There's an article that's been making the rounds recently. It's about worship songs, and I often take issue with articles that seem to slam contemporary worship or people involved in leading worship, but this one actually makes a pretty good point, and so I wanted to just talk about it. The article, it's pretty new, at least as making of this video it is, and it's entitled The Trinity is Missing from Christian Worship Music. Now, don't go reaching for the stop button. Hear me out on this because I think this is important. There was a study that was done by 3 guys, and they looked at the 30 most popular worship songs in the last 5 years, the ones that were used the most by churches. And they also looked at the 30 most popular hymns in the last 5 years. Again, the ones that were apparently used the most in Christian worship services. The average hymn of the 30 was 165 years old. The average modern song of the 30 modern songs was 7 years old. And what they found, I think, is pretty amazing. You know, even though a lot of people will talk about the depth of theology in the hymns compared to the newer songs, these guys found that really wasn't the case. There was almost no appreciable difference between the theological content of those two groups. But here's the big point of the article. They found that 68% of the songs in either category, hymns or modern songs, either one, 68% of them either addressed directly or talked about Jesus, the Son of God. So clearly that left a much smaller percentage for everything else. So there were some songs about the Father, there were some songs about the Holy Spirit. In the modern song category, though, the next largest percentage, after the ones about Jesus, were songs that were, as the researchers put it, kind of unspecified or vague references. I'm guessing they're talking about, just kind of generically God or you, those kind of words and phrases. That made up 20% of the songs. So in case you're not good with math, 68% of the songs about Jesus, 20% that are unspecified, that's 88%, and that leaves just 12% for the Father and the Holy Spirit combined. Now that's just the modern songs, but honestly, the hymns didn't fare much better in this thing. The researchers here they commented that part of their issue in the findings that they came up with was that most Christians cannot tell you the topic of the sermon that they heard last week. Most can't even quote some fairly commonly referenced Bible verses. But ask anyone who has been to an evangelical church in the last few years to complete the sentence, "You called me out upon the," and they can do that. See, we learn theology from our songs. The music makes the words more memorable for us. Like it or not, think it's a good idea or not, it's still true. We do learn theology from our songs. So I'm saying that if people are learning from the songs that we're singing, and they are, then I think we should be careful that we're giving a well-rounded, biblically balanced diet of songs that talk about all 3 persons of the Trinity. And I'm not saying that we need to have equal time for all 3. No. But this survey indicates that there's a pretty big disparity. So I would challenge you to look honestly at your song repertoire. See if your percentages compare to this study. And if you find that you're really heavy in one direction, maybe it's time to make some changes.
Brought to you by myworshipleadingcoach.com.
Helping you to be more fully equipped as a worship leader.